Hey guys, my name's Courtney Baker. I teach kindergarten at Edgerton Elementary.
And I'm David Baker. I teach middle school history at West Valley School. We're here to bring you this week's Teacher in Place. Just a little bit of encouragement and some helpful tips for those parents out there that are learning how to do school at home nowadays.
Yeah, crisis homeschooling was not what any of us thought we would be doing, or us working from home with toddlers. But my tip for you parents with younger kids, K through second grade, is first of all, don't let the amount of work that they're sending stress you out. We are sending more than we need to because we want parents to have enough. And we are sitting here at home thinking about you guys and everything you might need, and we tend to get a little overzealous about it and send too much home. And so do what's best for your family. You know what you're going through, you know what your household is like right now. Don't force it. Don't cause fights with your kids over it. Make it fun. But my biggest point, I guess my biggest advice, is to teach your kids things that you love. This is a great time for you to teach them about the outdoors. David loves hunting. He can take our kids shed hunting and looking around in the woods, baking, cars, going and looking at the neighborhood horses or looking for turkeys outside, whatever it would be, to just instill this love of learning, but do things that you love. Don't feel the pressure to follow the curriculum we're sending, but really make this time memorable and time to really invest in your kids. I think as homeschoolers, and if faith is a part of your life, this is an awesome opportunity to do some scripture memorization and to read Bible stories and act them out and really pray for our communities. And that's something that if you attend public school, your kid doesn't get every day. And so this is your opportunity to bring that into their life and to, just instill this love of learning about things you love as a parent.
Yeah, and for those parents out there that have middle school kids, or even as sixth graders up to high schoolers, we're in this weird time frame post-elementary school. When elementary school, they had their schedules were given to them. Everything was just blocked out. They didn't have a ton of choice in what they were doing every day. And now you're jumping into, you have all the choice in the world. And there's no schedule and no structure at all. So I think that my biggest piece of advice for you middle school parents and even high school parents, if your kid's struggling with this, is help them get into a routine. Help them build a schedule. And that might look different for every kid. You might have a kid that you need to physically hand them a schedule and say, hey, this is what you're going to be doing. Because they won't naturally come across that themselves. You might have a kid that you sit down with and you start working as a family and say, hey, what's best? You have a conversation. What's a great time to be waking up every day? When should you be working on schoolwork? When's your outside time? When's chores time? And you build that schedule together. You might have a kid too that you say, hey, go build a sketch, and they're gone. Say no more.
Love it.
And you know what? That's great too. Either way, I think if a kid gets a schedule and a routine, it really helps get that schoolwork done. Help them make use of their day, so they're not sleeping in too late, staying up too late. They have goals every day. They have stuff they want to accomplish. My second piece of advice is just encourage them to ask questions. Parents, kids, I think, in school every day, they're able to just raise their hands so easily and quickly and have a teacher come right to their desk and talk them through a problem or a question or whatever it is they're working on. And they don't have that physical presence anymore, but they do have teachers that are waiting and just excited to help them still. I've been answering comments from questions on Google Classroom, practically every other email I get nowadays, and I'm just so excited that kids are doing their work. I'm giving away test answers nowadays because I just want them to be engaged. I'm so excited that they're excited about learning. So encourage them to get in that habit of digitally asking questions when they're not able to do that, have a physical presence or physically raise a hand. It's a skill to learn, and I think it's something that's great for them too. So we just want to leave you with one last little bit of encouragement. A couple sermon series ago in his morning, noon, and night series, Pastor Levi mentioned a story of a journalist who got an opportunity to watch a workout from Kobe Bryant. Okay, and it's about 3 hours long. Kobe's drenched in sweat the whole time, working it as only Kobe Bryant could. But he's doing these basic fundamental drills, and he's working on elementary stuff. The guy had seen, 5th and 6th graders working on at the gym before. So when the workout's over, he gets a chance to ask Kobe, say, hey, Kobe, this is awesome. What a cool thing to be able to witness you work out. But can you just tell me, you're the best player in the world. Why are you working on these basics like this? And Kobe just looked at him and said probably one of those Kobe things that could ever be said. And that would simply, Why do you think I'm the best? Okay? It's because I never got tired of the basics. And I tell you what, parents, right now, and as teachers as well, sometimes we all feel, and we are going to feel over the next month and a half, like we are sweating and grinding and working hours upon hours upon hours upon end for these little basics and for not necessarily anything grand. Your kid's assignment might seem like such a small little thing that we're having to work so hard to get done, but I guarantee you, don't get tired of these basics during this time period, and you're going to see tons of growth during this time, and not just stagnation, and not just a kid that kind of gets through, but a kid that thrives. Can we pray?
Yeah. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for each parent out there who's just working their tail off for their kid. Thank you for the teachers that are checking in and answering questions. But I pray you'd give us grace for our family, that you would give us just a love that transcends all understanding, and that we would just continue to draw near to you in this time of unknown. Thank you for our kids. Thank you for the blessings that they are in our life. And I pray that you would just give us wisdom as parents and leaders in our home. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thanks, parents. Good luck this week.
Good luck.